and economic hardships, again cognizant of the fact that all children should be accorded a means of maintaining their relationship with their incarcerated parents, noting that children have restricted economic resources available for their support, which in turn negatively impacts their lives. The member seeks to have the House resolve or urge the government through the State Department for Social Protection and Senior Citizens Affairs to develop and implement a program for the care of children above the age of 4 years whose mothers are under lawful custody. That is a motion by the Konoin Member of Parliament, Honorable Brighton Yegon. That is one of the motions that are lined up for consideration on the floor of the National Assembly this morning sitting. As you can see, more members are slowly trickling into the chambers. Currently is a 10-minute quorum bell to allow the members to get into the chambers before the House commences its business. Pursuant to provisions of Standing Order 42A, Sub-Article 5, a number of members will be asking questions for reply before specified departmental committees. And this morning, the member for Maragua, Honorable Mary Wamaua, will be asking the Cabinet Secretary for Water, Sanitation and Irrigation to explain why Muranga South Water and Sanitation Company, commonly referred to as MUSWASCO, is the sole authorized distributor of water in Maragua, Kigumo, Kandara and Gatanga constituency, yet the company has no capacity to meet the demand for water by all households in the 4 constituencies. The member will also be posing a question to the Cabinet Secretary for Water and Sanitation and Irrigation to provide the basis upon which the Water Services Regulatory Board, WASREB, prohibited Muranga Water and Sanitation Company, MUWASCO, from distributing water to residents of Kambiti Maragua Ridge area of Maragua constituency, yet MUWASCO is unable to handle the water demand in Maragua. This question by the Honorable Member for Maragua, Honorable Mary Wamowa, will be replied before the Departmental Committee on Blue Economy, Water and Irrigation. The member for Kaloleni, Honorable Paul Katana, will be asking the Cabinet Secretary for Public Service, Gender and Affirmative Action to explain the criteria used by the ministry to categorize and gazette areas as hardship zones in the country, and the reasons why Kaloleni has not been gazetted as a hardship zone despite the adverse conditions in most parts of the constituency. Remember, currently is a quorum bell. It has not been achieved yet. And according to Standing Order 34, is that a 10-minute quorum bell will be rung for members to be able to get into the chambers to enable the House achieve its requisite number before the commencement of the House business once the chair takes position. And at the lapse of the 10 minutes, then a further 5-minute quorum bell will be rung. If a 5-minute quorum bell lapses, then the speaker will or may call. All right, let's listen in.
The members who had logged in, kindly do that again. Remove your card and put it back as we await the requisite numbers.
Well, as directed, there is that members are expected to log in their cards. Of course, we understand that the quorum has not yet been achieved, and the quorum bell is still on. Members are expected to walk into the chambers for this morning sitting, and once the quorum is achieved, then we will allow you to this live broadcast, or of course the Sagittarians will signal that the quorum has been achieved and the House can commence its business.
Order members, you do not exit when the bell is ringing. Member for Narok, you do not exit when the bell is ringing. Standing orders.
Well, members, remember currently is a quorum bell that is calling for members to walk into the chambers, so the members who are already in the chambers are not expected to walk out. Remember, the House is on a 10-minute quorum bell to enable the House achieve its quorum, or rather requisite quorum, and of course the members who are in are expected not to walk out to allow the number to be attained and of course give way to the House to commence its business. So the chairperson of the first chairperson to the speakers panel has just directed that members who are already in the chambers should not walk out as the quorum bell is on. Remember, the quorum bell is just to alert members who are yet to be in the chambers to walk to the chambers and enable the House achieve its requisite quorum. So the member for Kaloleni, Honorable Paul Katana, will this morning be asking the Cabinet Secretary for Public Service, Gender and Affirmative Action whether she could explain, or the member will want to understand, when does the ministry intend to classify Kaloleni constituency as a hardship. Well, as you can see, that's the sergeant at arms who has signaled that the quorum has been achieved. Allow me to hand you over to this live broadcast.
To transact the business of the day. Order number 1.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair. Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Deputy Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Wednesday, March 22nd, 2023, morning sitting. Reports of the Auditor General and financial statements in respect of the improvement of drinking water and sanitation systems in Mombasa,